Peace and love, y'all. Peace and love. Welcome back to the Mysticals Corner, where this space is created for you to reclaim your voice, rise in your power, and operate as your most authentic self. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I am Keela, and I am a girl who just loves all talk spirituality. And let me tell you something, I apply spirituality to everything. So that's why that needs to be said. But anyway, welcome back. I hope that you all are well. I am doing well. Okay, we are still in the full moon energy, and it has been very enlightening for me. And I hope it has been for you. And I hope that you have learned what you need to release. If there's anything that you need to release, usually there is. But even if that is not the case, I hope that you are rested and I hope that you are experiencing a beautiful, pleasurable life. Okay? Find your joy. Anyway, because I love to talk. But that's why I created this space, because I love to talk. But anywho, last week we talked about finding your joy. And so this week we're gonna talk about presence. And so the topic for today is be still and know. Okay? Be still and know. That has everything to do with presence and then also being still. And so that is what our intention is for today. Our intention is to just talk about what it means to be still and know, what it means to be present and operate from a place of presence. Okay? And all of that will lead us into, the importance of stillness even. So we're just going to see how the conversation flows, and we're just going to go from there. The way I wanted to start it was just really talking about the power resides in you. All right. And I don't usually talk about anything that I haven't experienced or studied or researched myself. But what I have learned about my experience is that my power relies in me. And so I'm here to kind of tell you the same thing, that your power resides in you. Whatever that looks like for you, whatever your source of understanding comes from, whatever your belief is rooted in, your faith is rooted in, that source resides in you. And a lot of times, when people talk about healing or people talk about, spirituality and things like that, we don't know what our path should look like. We don't know what healing looks like. And I think the part that we forget about when we don't know what healing is, the curiosity of it. And so there's a lot of information about everybody's journey. The thing is, everybody's journey is different. And so when you can take something that somebody has taught you or given you, or something that you have read, and make it your own, be more curious about, what does this mean for me? What does this information mean for me? And how can I use it to benefit my life and create, an increase of quality when it comes to just my experience. And you have to know that that energy, that information is within you. But in order to obtain the clarity or get a feel of what that power is you have to be still and know. You have to be still and know that if there is a God, if there is a most high, if there's a source of all understanding, that I know that that energy is within me, that I am not less important than anybody who has it. Because where I come from, we hold our prophets and prophetess, if I said that right, in a higher regard, as if, what they are able and capable to do is out of our reach. And look, all power to prophets and prophetess. I don't even want to say it because I don't want to mess it up again. But you know what I'm talking about. The goal is to use your community to guide you, to support you. You use people who have a spiritual maturity and a spiritual connection to guide you, but you have to make those choices in your life. they cannot always hold your hand and guide you to where you have to go. You have to understand that where they're leading you to is to a point to where you realize and you know that that power resides in you, and that you no longer have to look in your external world. You don't have to look in your external world for answers to your problems. You are the solution. You are the reason. You are the beacon of change in your life. But a lot of times our confidence isn't high in listening to our intuition. Our confidence isn't high when we have these urges and these nudges and these what they call like that gut feeling. We are Our people are reluctant to believe it and trust that this is your body, your mind, and your spirit guiding you towards a direction that you're being called to. You may not consciously know that you're being called to it, but the universe is guiding you to the thing in which you are seeking. But sometimes we can overlook our feelings. We overlook our thoughts and our what our body's telling us, and we still go to the people to tell us, something still isn't right. I'm still having these problems. I can't get over this here hump. There's a level, or not even a level, there's a part in your journey where it's gonna be just you. You're gonna have to learn how to listen to just you. You're gonna have to know that although these thoughts may seem weird, it may seem different, it kind of terrifies me a little bit, but I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna see what this is. Because right here where I'm sitting at is challenging, but I have this idea that terrifies me too. But just what if I allowed my body to guide me? I allow my mind to guide me. It's gonna lead you in the places, in the spaces that you need to be. Okay. um there are questions that you have that only you have access to. And so what being still and knowing is making sure that you make time and space for the energy of the most high. Okay, the presence of the most high to exist and be felt within you. It's always there, but it's one of those things to where you have to know that when you ask for something, you will receive it. And that is your birthright. Asking ye shall receive. Usually, when you are in a certain type of need, and you know how that angels just pop up in your life and they give you that confirmation, but sometimes that confirmation isn't good enough because that confirmation was only good in the moment in which you received it. The confirmation has to follow you home. The confirmation has to be actualized. You have to trust that what you heard has been confirmed. So now what will you do with the information that you have? What will you do with the information that you have? What actions would you take as your body is telling you, as your mind and your thoughts are leading you in this way? What actions is it leading you to? Is it leading you to start that business? Is it leading you to journal more? Is it leading you to start your book? Is it leading you to care for your home or your environment or your family from a different space? Is it leading you to taking care of yourself from a place of wholeness? What do you need? Because usually you know what you need, but it's not the thing that you feel like would give you the answers or give you that miraculous change that you are looking for. But usually that is it. Usually that is it. Usually maybe all you need is sleep right now. Maybe you do need rest. Maybe you have to pick up the phone and call your support system to say you need this or I need help in this way. It's some things that you have to use your voice to ask for. Okay? So be still and know. Create time and space every day to commune with yourself, to commune with your spirit, to get clarity on where you are in your life and why you are in this particular place. To praise, to glorify in stillness. That's what you can do. When your body is sick, you go into stillness and go get yourself checked out. But when you are not well, be still. When you're not well in your mind, if you're not well in your body, okay, if you're not well in your emotions, be still and ask, seek guidance, seek spiritual guidance from within. You already know. You just need someone to tell you to trust yourself. You just need someone to tell you to do what you feel is right for you. There's no, what if you ask somebody, I need some advice. I need some advice. I'm having issues in my relationship right now. And that person say, you already know what to do. Then what? Then you're gonna be like, man, I shouldn't just even ask nobody. I already knew what I should. You already know. It does not have to be validated. It does not have to be verified. It does not have to be confirmed. But even the Most High will still send people our way to confirm what we feel like we don't have the knowledge in, what we feel like we don't know. And so even in these seasons, as you're building confidence in your spiritual world, building confidence in your relationship with your spirit, this is practice. You don't have to just wake up one day and have it all together. It grows together. It's being, you're laying the foundation. So it's just a matter of starting now, starting today. What do you do with what you have right now in your life? What do you do with it? And being still and knowing, not only do I use that, I feel like I'm swallowing hard. Not only do I use that to find clarity, to understand what season I'm in, or to understand how do I get through this situation. That is my way of communing with God, honoring God and myself, giving honor to, my ancestors and those before me, giving honor to the Most High. And I already said that, we're giving honor to even Yeshua, who changed my life. You know what I'm saying? So it's not just I'm struggling, let me do this. No, this is a practice. It's a daily practice to always check in with yourself, always check in with God first, always check in with what your body is telling you. What space are you in? What season are we in? Are we in a building season? Are we in a season of silence? Are we in a season of solitude? Or are we in a season of harvesting our fruit? Know what season you're in, okay? um I'm looking at my notes and I just kind of jot down some different um key points, but one of them was move out the way. Move out of your way. You are the barrier between your peace or the opposite of that. Okay? Usually the thing that gets us peace feels the most discomforting, and that is why you should do what may be discomforting to you. Dang. I just remember I forgot to take my daughter her deodorant to school. So I thought I was home. I have to go back out. But yes, do what feels well for you. Get out your way. I would even charge you to say, okay, for this whole day, I'm going to listen to my spirit. For this whole day, what thoughts come up, I'm going to be more curious about the thoughts. Why did I have that thought? Why did my body feel like this? Why do I just automatically have the urge to go do this now? And see what surfaces for you. See what rises. Um, oh, this is one. This is the one. This is where I'm at right here. Stop identifying with hard. Stop identifying with it. Rewire that part of your brain that says life has to be hard. Rewire that part of your brain that says motherhood is hard. Rewire that part of you that's saying my career, my purpose, my existence is hard. Rewire that. I had to understand, just as a person of color, we identify with a hard life. And yes, we've been through hard things, hard times, hard seasons, but that does not have to be your life. Okay. And we had to experience that for a reason. But right here, right now, today, release identifying with hard. You should be able to experience a life of ease. If a lack of communication right now is making your life hard, do the opposite and communicate. Have uncomfortable communication or uncomfortable conversations to maintain an easy life. One hard conversation, one whole easy life. So when I say identify with ease, it's not saying that you won't have hard moments. Those hard moments does not have to transform into a hard life. That is your power. That is your power. Let me tell you something before I let y'all go. Yesterday I was on a walk, and I'm like, every time there's a new moon, I'm listening to my body. What season am I in, or what am I releasing, or what do I need to release, or what needs attention in my life. And so I was having a conversation with my husband as we do our little daily walk, and I've been planning to just like go home to my parents' house, but go home. And I was just naming out all the things I have to do if my husband don't go with me. I'm like, I gotta blah 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 blah, then the blah 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 blah, then the blah 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 blah. And then I noticed I started to feel sorry for myself. I was starting to feel like a little sad and this, then the third, and then we were just walking and talking, and something loud in my spirit says, "Stop choosing hard." This don't have to be hard. And I realized how quickly the mind can make you tired, the mind can make you sad, the mind could tell you something, and if you identify with it, it will create the narrative for you. And so what I love about my experience is that I'm a very curious person. I'm always doing my inner dialogue. And so when that thought woke me up and said, "You're choosing hard, it doesn't have to be hard," I was like, oh wow. But that had also, I went down, and this is what healing looks like. So when I realized I was choosing hard, I couldn't just be okay with, okay, I chose hard, so I stopped choosing hard. No. Why did you initially start choosing hard to begin with? So then we had to go back down memory lane to go extract that wisdom from when motherhood became hard for me. You know what I mean? And it was at the very beginning of my motherhood journey. So there were loads of emotions. And I'm still even processing this to this day, but there are loads of emotion and grief, and all of these things are rising, and I was just feeling it all on my arms, and I was like, wow, this is heavy, but it is setting me free. And so that is a peek into, just be mindful of what you identify, not just with heart, but be mindful of what you are identifying with, and what you are allowing people to identify you as. Because when you accept those agreements, your subconscious believe it to be true, and it will create that life for you. And you will constantly have occurrences where the cycle is repeating until you wake up and say, oh, okay, I can change that. All right. So be still and know. Prioritize and care for yourself in a way to where you are nurtured, you are cared for, and you feel supported. Okay. And when you care for yourself in this way, being still and knowing that what you want, what your desires are already yours. You just have to align with them. Make this a part of your routine. It is, to me, detrimental if you don't know yourself, if you don't know your why, if you don't know your purpose or why you exist. The world will tell you who you are, and the information and the energy that you need, that you are seeking, you can only get for yourself. But it starts with just 5 minutes of sitting with yourself, sitting in silence, letting the distractions of this reality go for just a moment, and do it over and over and over and over again. And then increase the time and increase the love and increase the care and increase the intention for setting yourself free by being still and knowing, because your power lies in you. But you cannot access that power if you never give that power any time. Okay? And I'm going to leave you with that. If that resonated, or if that kind of hit you in a place where you already know, drop some comments and let us share your perspectives. Share where you are in your life. Share if you need any more insight about this. We can continue this conversation because it did kind of feel short. And I hope that I hope that this makes sense, because I'm doing something different with my videos now. And so yeah, I hope that resonated with you. And like, comment, and subscribe. Come back next week for more. I love to hear from you. And yeah, just stay a while. But in the meantime, in between time, go be love, go be light, go be peace, so that you may receive love, light, peace. Peace.